Oh hey friends, how are you? So in the spirit of insert name of the series down, I'm going to make a little bit of a, it's not really a get ready with me, it's kind of what I find works for me really well in terms of makeup right now, because I don't know if you have the same issue in your town, but it's really hot. It's the real beginning of summer. There's no air. Yeah, there is air. Okay, I know. But it's not moving a lot. And Paris is a very small city, filled to the brim with people and with cars and with things. And the goal is basically to stay presentable when you have to run around the city with this heat. And I found something, especially, I don't know if you see, because it's so discreet, so I don't think you can see properly, but I'm breaking out like crazy. I know why. It's not a change of skincare, it's a change of lifestyle. Going back to Paris isn't good for my skin apparently, because I go and have dinner with my friends and eat not good things and everything. So I'm breaking out, my skin is very oily right now, and I basically need to find a way to make it all stay kind of okay looking during the day. And when it fades, because it's fading, I want it to fade nicely. So if you're looking for an oily skin acne coverage tutorial for summer, you're in the right place. I'll tell you what I'm using in a second. But if you're looking for something that stays until, you know, you put it on at 8 in the morning and it stays until 8 at night, completely like untouched, and it's quite thick and powdery and, you know, kind of foolproof, absolute foolproof makeup, that's not it. My thing is going with layers and layers and layers, but really thin each and every time, of products that are quite transparent on the skin. So what I'm starting with is the, so it's written in German because I bought it in Berlin, the Miracle Skin Perfector by Garnier in the color Light, which is such a great product. It is quite mattifying, but it doesn't look powdery at all. And the good thing is that it looks a little bit more satin than completely mattifying, completely flat. But the thing is that it's quite buildable and it stays more or less invisible on the skin, which is really great. And second thing, yeah, if you're looking for full coverage, that's not it. On a day-to-day basis, I don't do full coverage. I don't use concealers because I never found one that suited my skin. I'd rather go over with products that I know look completely invisible, or as invisible as possible, than to, even if it's pinpoint, and you know, I'm too lazy to do pinpoint concealing. So it's just a thing. I don't conceal, even if I'm breaking out like crazy like right now. I go over and over, and when I cannot cover it anymore, I just, you know, give up. It's not a tutorial at all. It's like just little tips of what I do to look semi-presentable throughout the day. And even if you're sweating like crazy, this will fade in a very nice way. It won't go patchy, it won't kind of bubble up. So I'm done with that. I don't even know how many layers I put on. Just I put a little bit and then spread it out, and then, you know, I keep on doing like that. Since I'm breaking out right now, I'm going to have a little bit of a step that I don't usually do. Lately I haven't been doing it. I'm going to use a powder with a little bit of coverage. The one that I'm using is Silk Edition by Bourjois in the number 53 beige, which is a little bit too dark for me right now. And I use a very fluffy complexion brush by e.l.f., which is one of my favorite brushes. And it's not going to be a radical coverage thing with this powder, but it adds a little bit, and that's my thing. I kind of add a little bit. And right now I don't feel like I'm wearing anything. I don't feel like it doesn't feel cakey at all. As you can see, it's not invisible at all. I'm not saying that it's invisible, but it just makes you look a little bit more done. And I really don't mind this. It's okay. It's doable. On top of that, I'm going to use Diffused Light by Hourglass. I put powder on powder on powder, basically. But each and every time I try and make it as invisible as possible. So it's, you know, really finely milled powders. Kind of as invisible as possible. No, we're not done with powders. I'm using the very classic NYC smoothing bronzing face powder. I really love this. And I don't really contour, but it just kind of sits where I would contour if I did, you know. And I build it until I'm happy with it. A little bit on my nose to have this kind of sun-kissed thing going on. It's very quick makeup. It's more product than I use usually, but it's quite, you know, it's easy to do, and it's not like you don't have to blend everything because you use so little of each thing, so that's what works for me. And on top of that, because no, it's not over until it's over, I'm going to use the Hourglass in dim light just on my cheeks, my nose, forehead, where the sun would hit. It's very subtle. This is the powder that I use all over when I have a tan, and it's really beautifying. Ooh, sorry, I'm making you shake. And it's really beautifying. But when I don't have a tan at all, I use it kind of on my cheeks to add a little bit more glow, but it still looks kind of bronzy. It doesn't look like, I'm going to show it, yeah. It looks kind of beigey pink, gray taupey weird, but actually on my skin I think it reads like bronzy, you know. So talked about this really early on in my videos, and I still love it, still going strong. It's the blush Ombre. It's a French thing. If you go, you know, if you decide to go to Paris on a holiday, then first of all, hook me, you know, like hit me up. Except if you're a weirdo creep. And you can ask me what you should check out. On top of this, before I go to mascara or things like that, things are wet and could get disturbed. What I'm using right now, I've been using fixing sprays lately, which I never ever did. So I've been using fixing sprays. Oh, it smells good. It's not really a fixing spray, so you can put it everywhere. Oh, sorry. I've been using the Scandinavia that was lying around. I didn't use it for such a long time, and it's actually really good, the mattifying one. And of course I finished it, and I was craving for another fixing spray, and I found this on sale. It's not a fixing spray per se, and you can see that in the way that it sprays. See what I do, like don't do that with that. Use it like Evian water, you know. It's called Brume Rosée du Matin à l'eau d'Angélique Bio Hydra Vital Face Mist by L'Occitane. There's the their famous thing on YouTube is the shower oil, the almond shower oil, which I have actually, and I really like. But I bought a few things from them lately, and I'll do a little bit of a review because there were things that were actually really good. And I bought 2 of these, and I'm actually quite happy I did, because it helps with the makeup. It makes it look super fresh with, you know, with the amount of powder that I use. It makes it look really, really fresh. Just to finish this look, it's not really a look, it's really my kind of how I survive during this crazy oven-like atmosphere time thing. So I just put, I'm crazy, I'll do a little haul, but if you see this video and it's still on sale, please believe me, if you have extra cash, if you like makeup, if you like good quality makeup, if you're an eye girl, which I'm not, and still I bought these palettes. They have in Space NK, their online sale, limited edition palettes by Laura Mercier. They're called the Safari thing, I don't know. Into the Wild Lookbook Collection. Yeah. And they have 3 little books like this. And each of them has a few different eyeshadow colors. You have blushes sometimes. There are 2 kohls, like eye pencil, that are really long lasting and really nice. I'll show them to you in another video just to make, you know, to have a proper video about them, because I know they're like limited edition and it's not cool to talk about something that was out, that has been out for a long time. I don't care. They're so good, guys. This is the most kind of experimental palette. The other ones are super wearable. There's one cold colors, kind of good for smoky eyes with grays in it and a little bit of light khaki green, and the other one is really bronzy and kind of bronze goddessy. So nice, with a brusher that looks like a bronzer and that has shimmer, and it's perfect for, you know, full summer nights. So nice, with a brown kohl pencil. And you have this one that is actually, when I opened it, I was a little bit, never going to use this for sure. I'm just going to look at them. That's not true. They're so wearable, these colors, but you can make it a little bit more artsy, and I'll probably do something artsy with it. I posted a picture on Instagram today of me going artsy with my eyes, but they're so easy to use that you can just play around with it, and I really had fun working with this. It was so, I don't know, it just, everything looks kind of chic. You can mix 1,000 colors and it always looks pulled together and chic, because the palette in itself, like the color palette, is really sophisticated and beautiful. Anyway, I'm in love with these, so like, so I used Gold Leaf on my eyes, just a wash of color. I didn't feel like doing the whole thing, and I added a little bit of Orange Blossom, just a little bit on the apples of my cheek, just to make me look a little bit bronzier. And yeah, I finally got my hands on these, on this thing, and it's so good. My lashes are a poppin', and yeah, that's it. And this lasts all day long. That's not true. 6 hours, let's be honest. So by the end of the day, if you don't have time to go back to your house, or I never blot or, you know, make myself look a little bit fresher. I don't care. I don't think about it anymore at one point during the day. But it fades in a very nice way. It nicely fades. It's pretty even late at night. You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't like kind of sinks into little lines or something. It really looks still good. So this and a pile of powder on, but in, you know, small layers, but really build it. I don't know. Tell us about your tricks to resist during this, you know. I'm so tired. This heat is not good for me. So it was really nice to make this video finally. I'm happy to get back into this swing of things. I hope everyone is okay, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys!